learners, Mr. Saul here, and this week we're going to be talking about light. Light is something that's all around us, but we can't feel it because it's made out of light energy. And light energy can only be seen by our eyes. Light comes in lots of different colors, which our eyes can see. There's all the colors of the rainbow, Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and then we can also see the color of white light, which is a combination of all the colors in the rainbow, and we can also see the color black, which is an absence of that light energy an absence of the color for the light energy to bounce off of. One really cool thing about light energy is that it spreads out and bounces all around us before hitting our eyes. That's why you can see in a dark room from only a little bit of light coming through a crack in the door. That light will enter in and then spread out and bounce off of all the things in the room that you can see before finally entering your eyes. All these things that it bounced off of, those are called non-sources of light, or they're things that do not give off their own light. You can only see them because light has bounced off of them before going into your eyeball, where your eye then sends the message to your brain, oh, I'm looking at a dark room with, a chair and a couch and a bed, that kind of thing. Let's talk about sources of light. These are things that give off or create their own light. The light from them is going directly into our eyeball. There's no bouncing around in between. So the main source of light would be the sun. This is what gives us our light every day. And the light from the sun is coming from a huge fireball in space, very, very far away. But that light travels through space and comes to us, and then it'll bounce off of the green leaves and the grass and the trees and all that. And then after that, it'll hit our eyes. But if we ever try to get that light directly from the sun and you look up with your eyes at it, you know that that'll really hurt because that's too much light all at once for our eyes. So instead, we rely on things like sunglasses to block out some of that light, or to block the light with shade from hats and stuff like that. So the reason that we can see during the day is because the light energy from the sun is bouncing off of all the things around us, and then that light goes into our eyes. Now, there are other sources of light that we have here on Earth. Many of them are artificial, like a light bulb. A light bulb is something that gets light from us running energy through it until it lights up and becomes a source of light. It is giving off or creating light for me to see by. Some common examples might be something like my flashlight here, which I can shine a light on, and that makes it its own source of light. It's creating its own light, and the light is going directly from the light bulb in the flashlight into the eyeball, where it then communicates to the brain, yo, there's a flashlight pointing right at me and it hurts, right? On the other hand, we have things that are not sources of light. These are things that reflect light, like this tennis ball. Here I have my tennis ball, here I have my artificial source of light, my fake source of light, meaning it's not the sun or a star. We can see, let me turn off the lights, hold on. So we can see my tennis ball because there's only a little bit of light in this room. But if I shine my flashlight on it, the tennis ball becomes brighter. I can see more of it, and I can see the color more clearly because more light is bouncing off of it from my flashlight. It's going here and then going directly into my eye, and my eye is telling my brain, bright yellow light coming at us from this tennis ball. Okay? But the tennis ball is not a source of light. I have this other ball here. This is a yellow ball that's really fun. Right now we can see this ball because it has some light from the room bouncing off of it, or it has my flashlight bouncing off of it, or reflecting off of it. But if I turn it on, now this ball is its own source of light. Now it is creating light, so it becomes a source of light. So if it's off, it's not a source of light. Not creating light, not giving off light. I can only see it because light is reflecting off of it. But if I turn it on, now I can see it because it is a source of light. It is creating light that's going directly into my eyeball. There's no bouncing around. It's just coming right to me. Okay? So, source of light, not a source of light. Another fun one is My glow stick, I'm a big fan of glow sticks. Right now, this is not a source of light because I have not activated it yet, right? So, not a source of light, just a regular glow stick. I can see it because there's some light coming from the window. But if I break it and mix the chemicals inside, now it's giving off light energy. It has become a source of light. Not the plastic, but the liquid inside is now giving off light. This is a source of light. So, sources of light, not sources of light. Things that we can only see due to a reflection, things that we can see because they are creating their own light. So I left some space down here. At this point, it would be a really great time to pause and think of some examples from around you. Just look around your house and see what are things that I can see because they are creating their own light, and what are some things that I can see because they are reflecting light. So what I want you guys to do is look around your house and think about what things are sources of light that are making light that's going right into my eye, and what are things that are just reflecting light, that the light from the light sources is bouncing off of that and going into my eye. So I want you guys to think of a few things for each category, and then next time I see you, we'll be talking more about the different types.